So I just want to let you know how fabulously successful all these speakers were, and they all came here to talk, and it was fabulous. So just sort of a round of applause for them. I do want to take the moment to say I was right. No, kidding. So now we're going to move into another exciting part of the day. I'm going to introduce you to Dorothy Gordon, who you've heard ask several very hard questions. And she's going to announce the winners of this year's Yidan Prize. So this is almost the culmination. There's one thing after that, which will also be very good. So Dorothy is the head of the judging panel for the Yidan Prize for Education Development. Dorothy and I share a talent. We know how to pick the best people. So she's worked in the field of international development and technology for over 30 years. She is recognized as a leading technology activist and specialist on policy, education, technology, and society in Africa. She is the chair of the UNESCO Information for All program and board member of the UNESCO Institute for Information Technologies and Education. Once you've had a chance to meet her, you will understand why she is such a great leader. Dorothy, thank you for being here. I invite you to the stage to do the honors.
Hello again. One of the great privileges of being a Yidan Prize judge is being part of this community. It's been my honor to spend today with education innovators who embody the spirit of the prize. On behalf of all of us at the Yidan Prize Foundation, I would like to warmly thank Marc Tessier-Levin and Daniel L. Schwartz, my comrade in leadership, for your insights, your partnership, and this space to come together. Our deep thanks also go to the panelists who sparked so many important discussions. Your work places our focus where it is most needed, on solving the most pressing issues in education. To everyone who took part, here or virtually, thank you for bringing energy and ideas into essential talks we hope to continue long after today. And to all those who brought us here, from planning the program to looking after logistics, thank you all for your hard work. Now, we come to one of the great highlights of our year, announcing our 2022 Yidan Prize laureates. To do so, I am very pleased to introduce the chairman of our judging committee, Dr. Koichiro Matsuura.
Distinguished guests, the Yidan Prize was founded to create a better world through education. I would like to thank Dr. Charles Chen Yidan, whose vision is the guiding force behind the prize. We recognize our laureates for their commitment to this important goal. The prize champions the most innovative ideas in education and helps scale them so as many people as possible can benefit. Our laureates are therefore crucial to our aim of transforming education worldwide. Awarding a laureate is an honor. It is a privilege to review work that's changing lives. We are always delighted to receive a diverse range of excellent nominations from every part of the world. This year, we received more than ever from Africa and Asia. So I wish to thank the judging committee for sharing their time and expertise reviewing each nomination. Their intensive discussions are a key part of the robust process for selecting the laureates. I also wish to thank the nominators, the nominees, and supporters for sharing such impactful and transformative work. I also thank the team at the Secretariat for everything they do to support this vital mission. It is my great honor to introduce our 2022 Yidan Prize laureates. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Linda Darling Hammond, Professor of Education Emeritus at Stanford University, President and CEO of Learning Policy Institute, and Professor Yong-Sin Chu, founder of New Education Initiative. Shortly, the heads of our judging panels, Mr. Andreas Schleicher and Ms. Dorothy Gordon, will share more about our laureates' exceptional achievements and their plans for the future. For now, Dr. Linda Darling Hammond and Professor Yong-Sin Chu, a very warm welcome to the Yidan Prize community. We look forward to working with you.
My heartfelt congratulations to Linda Darling Hammond for the 2022 Yidan Prize for Educational Research. Linda is the founding president of the Learning Policy Institute and an emeritus professor of education at Stanford University. With an incredible drive to see every learner reach their full potential, regardless of social background, gender, geography. She has spent her whole life building the kind of research tools and that support policy and practice to create better and fairer educational opportunities. Her work reflects Linda's commitment to two broad ideas. First, the design of effective policies and practice needs really innovative, needs actionable research. And second, researchers need to really engage with policymakers to create a better world through education. And it's a capacity to unite those two perspectives that have made her research actionable and also established its credibility with both practitioners and policymakers. And having been a teacher herself, Linda really understands the transformational impact that teachers have on learners, but also the need for a transformation of the teaching profession itself. If research evidence is to lead to good educational practice and ultimately for good educational practice to become embedded in educational culture. Linda is the rare researcher who has developed a deep understanding of how different children learn, how they can be effectively taught, and also how teaching and learning can be supported by effective organizational designs, systemic designs, and also policy strategies that make excellent education equitably available.
Hello, I'm Linda Darling Hammond, Professor Emeritus at Stanford University and President of the Learning Policy Institute, an organization founded to conduct high-quality research designed to inform policy on behalf of equitable and empowering education for each and every child. I am deeply honored to be the recipient of this year's Yidan Prize for Education Research. This prize is in and of itself an important and innovative change agent for leveraging educational improvement around the world. It recognizes and invests in ideas and actions that can improve learning at scale. It connects innovators and educators globally, and it enables researchers and educators to learn from one another. I'm excited to be able to learn with and from the Yidan Prize luminaries and recipients and the many other educators who are part of the community of practice the prize has created. My own research has sought to understand how schools can better support student learning, especially for those most underserved in our society, and then to create the systems that will enable transformations of practice at scale. Throughout my career, I've engaged in research seeking to understand what it takes for diverse learners to learn most effectively and how they can be most successfully taught, how teachers and school leaders can be educated to gain the necessary knowledge and skills, and how schools can be designed to offer the conditions that enable productive teaching and learning. That quest has led me to study classroom schools, school systems, and educator preparation programs throughout the United States and around the world, both to understand and share best practices and to develop policies that can ensure that they become commonplace rather than exceptions to the rule. I work with policymakers and with practitioners to use that knowledge to expand educational opportunity. That mission is growing more complex in our rapidly changing world in which our children will need to work with knowledge that hasn't been discovered yet, using technologies that haven't been invented yet, solving major problems that we have not been able to solve. This will demand even more investment in expert teaching, because teaching is the profession on which all other professions depend. The world needs great educators to nurture great learners. People who are empowered to be curious, to imagine and tackle enormous problems, and to create new realities. This prize will provide critical support for that work by the Learning Policy Institute and its partners in universities and governments to help build and expand systems that develop deeply competent educators who are committed to equity and who can help all students grow into empowered adults equipped to build a better world. I want to thank all of my colleagues, students, educators, and research collaborators over many years who have traveled with me on this quest and taught me so much, especially those at Stanford University and at LPI, the committed policymakers who are working hard to change the system we inherited, those who have supported this work, with a particular shout out to Susan Sandler and her commitment to build a humane and equitable education system, my family members, Alan, Kia, Elena, Terry, Sean, Valentina, Jared, and Kofi, who are my inspiration and support system, and the Yidan Prize Foundation for making these next steps toward more equitable and empowering education possible. Thank you.
My warmest congratulations to Professor Yongxin Zhu, 2022 Yidan Prize Laureate for Education Development and founder of the New Education Initiative. He is an inspiring innovator and change maker who has successfully addressed some of the most intractable challenges faced by educators all over the world as they strive for improved equity and inclusiveness. In the 2 decades since its inception, the NEI has grown from a single school to become an active network involving over 8,000 schools, more than 500,000 teachers, and 8 million children. Many of these are located in remote rural areas. The NEI methodology uses action-oriented research to continually adjust and refine its techniques, bridging the gap between education theory and practice. Its approach encourages peer learning and promotes growth for well-being. NEI enables teachers, students, and their families to engage in collaborative learning around reading, writing, and communication. It changes the way students learn and the way teachers approach professional development. The results are tangible. Teachers are more motivated, with stronger, more positive identities as educators, and they therefore feel more empowered. Home learning environments are more positive and enabling. NEI methodologies have the potential to influence policymakers and educators around the world. Its approach of uniting teachers, parents, and students to work towards clear learning goals encourages a deepening of education outcomes beyond a focus on teaching to test and exams. many countries will find examples within China that can yield inspiration for similar environments in their own countries. His success in cultivating leadership qualities and fostering personal growth among teachers, students, and parents within communities will no doubt influence many. Perhaps most importantly, he reminds us of the importance of joy and well-being of the individual in learning.
Congratulations, Linda. You continue to make us very proud. So I want to congratulate the Yidan Prize Foundation on celebrating these educational luminaries. It's really a wonderful event. It's a legacy, and so it's very exciting. So today's been the cake. The announcement of the prize was the icing. Now I'd like to bring the cherry on top. This is one of Stanford's most beloved student choral groups, Talisman. So Talisman, come on out.
Our Stanford Talisman, oh, that just turned on. We share stories through song. This first song that we have for you is called Taiyang. It is a Taiwanese lullaby sung in Mandarin, and it's sung from the perspective of a mother who is caring for and comforting her children as the sun is setting behind the mountains. Please enjoy Taiyang.
红红的太阳下，山了咿呀嘿呀嘿，绕绕的羊啊喂，家了咿呀嘿呀嘿呀。
Thank you so much. My name is Gareth. I'm a junior undergrad here. The second song we have for you all is titled Ovulekile Amasango. This is a traditional South African song sung in the language of Zulu. It's most commonly sung in times of transition, such as weddings, marriages, or funerals. Some of the lyrics translate to, "The gates of heaven are open, and we are crossing the River Jordan."
Vulegili amasanga.
Art is so helpful when there aren't words. And I hope that you could feel the hope, feel all that they were conveying from all the different cultures. It really, in such a beautiful way, brings together why we're here. The hope that we have for all of the children to accelerate their learning, to exceed all of our expectations and hopes as they exceed ours. So thank you so much for the speakers, for everyone who participated today, for the audience. You brought the questions and brought our game to a new level, and we couldn't be more appreciative. So thank you all very much for the day. Let's go have some wine and dinner. Please join me outside.